Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be explaining to you a dangerous problem the fashion industry has created for the environment.
The fashion industry has been accused of practicing planned obsolescence. Fashionable items are not meant to stay in style for very long. The result is a disposable society, where clothes are worn once or twice before being thrown away. The production, manufacturing, and disposal of these items is incredibly wasteful and harmful for the environment.
But behind the intricate problem the fashion industry has created lies a valuable business opportunity.
Hi, my name is Daniela.
And I'm Sabrina.
We are the executives of Advintage Clothing, a business supported by 35 financial advisors, marketing executives, communication liaison, designers, and interactive sales team. We are representing Sage Canada's SEB team.
Our mission is to create a sustainable business that provides students with environmentally conscious products.
Our first goal is to connect with businesses in the community.
Our second goal is to execute successful and efficient events.
Our third goal is to increase environmental awareness.
And our fourth goal is to provide valuable experiences to strengthen entrepreneurial skills.
At Advintage, we have developed our own 3 R's that outline our business. The first R is redesign. At Advintage, we are always thinking innovatively about what could be and not what is. The result is fabulous and unique designs.
The second R is revamp. We take old pieces of clothing and work with fashion experts to create new clothes that fall into today's fashion trends.
The final R is resell. We reach out to our community and promote fashion, design, and environmental awareness through our sales.
We have developed a 5-step plan that will allow us to accomplish our goals and our mission. A good business needs to take advantage of its available resources. We quickly recognized that St. Augustine, our high school, would provide us with the human resources necessary to push our company forward. We partnered with the well-established Business Council to recruit students.
Next, we set a goal of centralizing our capital resources, such as secondhand clothing and sewing equipment. We hosted a clothing drive at St. Augustine Catholic High School to gather necessary fabrics and to introduce Advintage to the community. Students were interested to see what their old items could become.
We created a design committee led by 2 executives. They would sketch potential designs they saw in the used items.
They took inspiration from indie and vintage clothing stores and culture. The executives would bring concept sketches to our consultants, professional designers Teresa D'Souza and Sandra DiDomenico. Here's a video testimonial of our consultant Sandra DiDomenico herself.
Hi there, I'm Sandra DiDomenico, and I'm here at the Advintage clothing sale today as I've consulted with this St. Augustine Sage team to reinvent some clothing that's used and to recycle them. We spent some time at the kitchen table with a sewing machine, some buttons and scrap fabrics and zippers and what have you to sort of reapply onto the clothing. With a design background, I do have the knowledge of how things should look and as far as trends go and building, so I've consulted with them as far as that goes. And now we will carry on to have the sale continue and see what proceeds will go towards their new business. Thank you.
We decided to bring in some examples of our clothing. This was an old plaid shirt when we got it. The first thing we did was wash it. The second thing we did was bring it to our consultants. They suggested that we cut off the arms to give it a more modern shape. Then, we added some fine details, such as studding on the shoulders and along the pockets. Then, we added some frayed edges on the arms. This shirt would price for around $15. At Advintage, not only do we accept gently used clothing donations, we also accept damaged clothing. This dress was destroyed when we received it. The first thing we did was wash it. Then, we took it to our consultants who showed us how we could repair the damage done to it. Then, they suggested that we add a bow onto it to make it more fashionable. This dress would price for around $20. Our next step was to raise awareness about Advintage. We took advantage of social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter.
We also held the Come Together Coffee House at St. Augustine. This was a Starbucks-sponsored event aimed to build community within our school. Over 200 people showed up that evening, and there were over 20 acts. Both MCs, as well as many performers, sported Advintage clothing and gave Advintage a shout-out while on stage.
Here are some photos of performers at the Come Together Coffee House who bought and gave a shout-out to Advintage. We set up our clothing booth at the back of the cafeteria next to the Starbucks dispenser stand, and many people came by to purchase clothing, as well as ask questions about our cause.
Throughout the week prior to our garage sale, we put up posters around the neighborhood and spoke to locals about our business. We wanted to build a relationship within the community and establish our name.
We reached out to our local community by hosting a garage sale for our items. We wrote a song that incorporates the 3 R's of Advintage: redesign, revamp, and resell. We performed it live for our customers.
At our booth, we had Advintage representatives explain our cause to our customers. We conducted a survey to see what people thought of Advintage. From our results, we gathered that 64% of people believed our customer service and relations were conducted very well.
Another 64% believed that our designs fit in very well with modern-day fashion, and 45% said that they were strongly influenced to purchase our items because of our environmental focus.
We hosted a total of 3 events, each bringing in either inventory or revenue. Our first event, the clothing drive, gave us our necessary capital resources to create our clothes.
Our second event, the Come Together Coffee House, brought in $75 in revenue. Our third event, the garage sale, brought in $82 in revenue. And our general sales brought in $48.
In 2 months, we made a total of $205, and all of it was donated to the organization Kiva, providing families in third world countries with microcredits so they can start up their own small businesses.
Thanks to our valued supporters and sponsors, we have been able to function completely with 0 costs. As well, according to our previous slide, we have brought in revenue for each event that we have hosted. As a result, we have a profit margin of 100%.
As we continue to expand our business, we understand that we may have to increase our costs. Therefore, to keep our profit margin high, we will increase revenue by increasing production as well as sales. We can do this by recruiting more volunteers through our school and expanding our business onto an online marketplace.
When we began our presentation, we talked about a problem that the environment faces because of fashion's disposable culture, especially from a teenager's perspective. We decided to target the problem by using our 3 R's: redesign, revamp, and resell. We turned old clothes into new and fashionable pieces.
Our business not only reduces the amount of resources being thrown away, but also the amount of new resources that would otherwise be used in producing these new items.
We would like to thank you again for listening to our presentation. Remember to keep it green, and remember the 3 R's of Advintage: redesign, revamp, and resell.